Live from the Action Building in Canton, Georgia. Welcome to the SHW pre-show. Join us for our huge milestone event, SHW50.
The following contest is set for one fall.
What an insanely unpredictable night here.
Our new matchmaker, Jake the Snake Roberts, has another great card lined up. SHW's 50th show will be a special night, so invite all your friends and let's pack the Action Building for another great night of Southern Honor Wrestling.
And now, the voices of SHW, Brandon Benefield, Gerard Bonner, and Diana Michelle.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Hey, we're live. We are live, folks. As we get adjusted here, the doors just open, so I get thrown off every time we go live for these things.
Right.
Because the DJ turn up gets the ones and twos going, the crowd's flooding in. But yes, I'm B-Double Brandon Benefield. This is the great Gerard Bonner, alongside the lovely Diana Michelle, and we are here for a huge milestone event. We are here right now for SHW50. And we're here for the pre-show, guys. How you feeling?
Man, I'm excited. Y'all feel it? You feel the anticipation in the air?
It feels like a special night.
Oh, my gosh. I mean,
really
we look
does.
good.
Well,
as always.
we do.
We look good.
We do what we
and,
can.
You know, the show's over.
That's all you need right there.
That's all you need.
There it is.
You know?
Well, I tell you what, this is going to be awesome. GB, how you feeling, buddy?
I feel great.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great night. We're celebrating 50 shows. I almost said episodes, but you could say that on IWTV.
Yeah.
Of SHW, which, you know, folks didn't think it would last this long, but it has. You know, we're celebrating 3 years of our podcast. I mean, it's just a big,
Happy
giant
anniversary.
celebration. Happy anniversary.
Yes.
Happy anniversary.
Right on.
And it's going to be a big night, a very big night. And I get nervous when things are, I mean, we're talking 50, you know, when they were still here 4. All these big things tend to happen.
Yes.
And it's feeling like a big night.
Yes.
A big night. Not only is the Jake the Snake Legacy Championship tournament kicking off tonight with 4 big matches, but then we also have 2 huge title matches.
We do.
And a couple other matches as well. So, I mean, it's a stacked card, 8 matches in total.
Yeah.
And Jake the Snake is going above and beyond once again for his second show as the matchmaker of SHW. And I tell you what, I've been walking around backstage. We've been walking around backstage. Everybody's buzzing. I've seen some old faces I haven't seen in a while here that have come just to be a part of the or not an anniversary, but a milestone.
You might as well call it an anniversary. It feels like that.
The 50th month anniversary. I don't know how it works.
Our 50th show.
Yeah, the 50th show. SHW50.
It's a big deal.
It is. It's crazy because it's been about 4.5 years since we started. So it was October of 2018.
Yes.
And we were, you know, everybody's been reminiscing the last couple of weeks, going through old pictures, posting old photos from the first show.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to see just how far we've come in those 4.5 years and those 49 previous shows.
Right.
And I know you guys jumped in. I think you're on, what, 35th?
This is our 35th show, I think.
35.
Yeah.
So
we started at the same time. How about that?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It was December of 2019.
That's right.
When you guys jumped in.
Number
That's right.
15.
I've missed one show along the way. So 49 for me. This is 49
You missed
tonight.
one?
I did miss one. I had a bad back one day and I couldn't get out of bed, so I was like, and it was killing me.
He was carrying the company.
Up until
Yeah, I mean, he is. He's carrying it all.
Don't tell the people in the back are going to hear that. Be like, what? What did he
No,
just
he
say?
totally is.
No. But so I missed one show, but that was early on, and I've done my best to not miss
Thank
another one.
you.
Oh, thank you so much.
you.
Our lovely
Always.
fans
I love that.
coming
Thank you
through in
so
the clutch.
much.
Thanks so much.
Making
We're
sure
gonna
that we
need
can
these. Good water.
making sure that we can do our job properly
Absolutely.
and not lose our
Lubricate,
voice.
yes.
Gotta love our crowd here. It's like
I
I,
love
say
it.
it every month. It's a family reunion every month.
Every
It
month.
certainly
And
is.
it's great to see the fan
And
base
you know
here.
what happens at a reunion?
We
Folks,
eat.
Well, we eat. That's
well,
for
yeah.
sure. We
There's
eat,
that.
and then you see people you haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
You see new additions, and it feels like that's going to be what's going on here tonight.
I think so. But let's give a little rundown here of the 8 big matches I
Yes.
talked about at the top of this show. Starting things out, the hierarchy. So they are coming off of a title opportunity
Yes.
at the last show where they were unsuccessful. However, there was a bit of chicanery going on.
a lot of chicane.
A lot of chicanery. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be in a foul mood. You know, I mentioned we saw a lot of people walking around backstage.
Yeah.
Most people were kind of bubbly and feeling the buzz for the big show. I did see Joe Black and Murder One. I did not approach them. because they look like they're in a foul mood, and we knew ahead of time that they were going to be in a foul mood.
Yeah.
Joe's had his hoodie on the whole night, pre-show, and headphones on. He's focused.
By the way, folks, like, as intimidating as he looks when you see him in the ring or, when he comes out for his entrance for a match, he's kind of just as intimidating backstage.
He is.
You say he's kind of like the Undertaker of indie wrestling.
He is.
And, he's that one that's earned all the respect in the world. Everybody respects him, but he's one of these that you don't want to go messing with. You don't want to.
I heard what you said, though.
What's that?
You said he earned.
Yeah.
He did.
He earned it.
Not earned like man. Me and Diana are over here like,
he did earn it. Yeah, he did.
What are you saying?
Yeah, that was unintentional. No pun intended.
I'm very quick-witted tonight.
Totally.
You're on it. But anyways, yes, we talked about this on the pre-show or the preview show last week.
Right.
I do not envy their opponents. Their opponents are making their SHW debuts tonight.
Yeah.
They are not a brand new team. They've been around a little while. They've held some gold in other places.
Yes.
Also, I don't know if they were big fans of me talking about the Narf.
I was going to say that.
I spoke to them earlier. They're very nice gentlemen. I met them for the first time. I didn't bring that up to them.
Probably a smart move.
Anyways, the Northside Heroes are making their SHW debuts tonight. And again, like I said, I do not envy them because Murder and Joe are in a foul mood. And not just the Northside Heroes. It could have been anybody.
Right.
I would have felt bad for.
Right.
But they just happened to draw the short straw here. And
had it been a rematch with Happy Madness, I would have felt it.
Yeah. Well, who knows? And who knows? Maybe that's something that comes down the line because we know that they deserve another title shot.
Totally.
So we'll see. But what are we thinking about this matchup?
Well, I think, the writing's on the wall, as they say.
Yeah.
It is not a good night to beat a Northside Heroes. However, this is one of those things, and I always think about this. If indeed, because we actually saw this happen last month, the Rage and the Fury, that's a whole nother team, but, the whole idea with the hierarchy filled with rage, filled with anger, and they weren't able to harness it like they needed to. If that's the case again, they could get disqualified. They could run into a crazy, or the big thing, can you imagine the Northside Heroes getting a 3 count on them tonight? Stranger things have happened. And here's the thing, it's SHW50. There's going to be a big moment. They might want to make their moment happen here tonight. We'll never forget it.
And I'll go as far as saying that we don't know a whole lot about Northside Heroes.
We don't.
They could be a whole circus of chicanery themselves.
Exactly.
So who knows what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Very true. Well, as I talked about, there are 4 big matches in the qualifying round as the tournament kicks off for the JTS Legacy Championship. I don't know if you can see. Well, the light's not really on it.
Oh, but
the
it's
belt
back
is actually
there.
It's back. It's right there. If you can see where my finger's pointing, right above GB's head, but it's too dark to see because the light's on the on DJ Turnup over there instead of on the title
I'm not
belt.
daring enough to go touch it.
Yeah. But let me just tell you, we did get a close-up look at it. It is beautiful. You saw the picture that was posted on social media a few weeks ago, and it's heavy.
It is.
We picked it up earlier. It's heavy.
It is.
But it's got a little Damien
side plate
on it. It's very cool. But anyways, one of those matches that's going to be taking place tonight is a triple threat match. Okay, and it's Carly Bravo, Zicky Dice, and Rob Killjoy from the Ugly Ducklings.
Yeah.
And again, we talked about this before, but you got Zicky and Carly, who the best of friends, being put into this matchup together. Now, I'm wondering, will they do their best to just take Rob Killjoy out of the equation and then shake hands and then may the best man win and make it kind of a one-on-one matchup? I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling good for Killjoy in this.
But Rob's he's very witty. He's technical. He's smart in the ring.
Yeah.
I think this is not going to be anything new for him. He's part of a 6 or 3-man tag team anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
He knows how to work with multiple people in the ring. I feel confident on his side, although I don't feel like he's going to come away with a win tonight.
Okay.
I do think Carly's going to – he staked his claim. I think he's going to take one more step further.
All right.
Carly has indeed staked his claim. In fact, he was the first person to stake his claim for this championship. Here's the big problem. There are 2 problems. I think the wild card here, of course, is Rob Killjoy.
Yes.
But the other piece of this is Carly Bravo has never beaten Zicky Dice.
Ah, good point.
He's never beat. He's had a match against Zicky here at SHW. He had a match against Zicky at Impact, and at no point has he gotten the win over Zicky Dice. So this puts Carly in a really difficult situation because of all of the straws he could have drawn to end up in the ring with somebody he's never beaten before. This is going to be a tough one. I think we could see Zicky Dice come in here and stake his claim for another championship.
And wouldn't that be something? Because we haven't seen Zicky in quite a while.
Right.
Sure haven't.
So for him to return here, he's been doing big things on Impact and all over the place, and to come back at the moment they started this tournament and to advance, that would be something else. So
it would be.
I don't know.
Title, so.
Yeah, same with Rob Killjoy, though. We haven't seen him in a long time either.
No.
So for him to come in kind of out of nowhere and then win this matchup would be huge.
And just to talk about the stakes of this, in theory and in actuality, in this triple threat match, we have a Ring of Honor star against an Impact star competing for an SHW championship.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff.
Crazy.
I like it.
Next week it's going to happen on the bigger stage.
And not just any SHW championship, but an SHW championship, the legacy title for a WWE Hall of Famer.
That part.
So, anyway.
That part.
Let's
See, that's
tie
what
it all
happens
together.
at SHW.
Let's tie it all
Crazy.
together. Yeah.
Crazy. By the way, and you'll see it again tonight as we start the show, but we posted it on social media a couple of days ago, just kind of a video package kind of recapping from show 1 up until now, and to see some of the names that have come through here. Right? And not only that, but just to see some of the folks that were originals that are still here, and to see that they've gone on to other places, but they're still back and they're still doing stuff here. It's just amazing to see the talent that has come through, and it is still here at SHW.
That's right.
Behind the booth and in the ring.
You got that right.
Anyways, just saying. Let's move on.
It has to be said.
I'm just putting it out there.
It doesn't have to be said. It's known, but yeah.
You know.
Another qualifying round match. We've got shoot.
Taylor.
I had to let Diana get that part in. We got Shoot Taylor taking on, I think it's, is it Rick Halen? Or
well, what did you call him on the podcast?
Well, we don't have to say that again, but I think it's
She called him Richard.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Richard, yeah. Or Rick.
Yeah.
Ricky.
Nick Halen.
Yeah,
Anyways, he couldn't get our names right when he joined us on commentary, so whatever.
Tit
But
for
anyways,
tat.
Shoot Taylor, Nick Halen. This goes back to our anniversary show, Still Here 4, during that DDP Diamond Cup Invitational, when there was they ended up tagging together,
Right.
and losing that match. But I feel like they've kind of butted heads a little bit behind the scenes, and then over the last couple of months kind of gotten involved with each other. So it was AC Mack. If you want to run through that match with us, it was AC Mack and Shoot last time.
That's right. And we ended up having Nick Halen here on commentary, and Shoot ends up losing that match. But Halen, during the commentary, seemingly was pulling for Shoot.
Putting him over the moon.
And then after the match, he goes in and attacks Shoot, which is just kind of crazy. AC Mack came in for the save. But, now this set up this match, which I think it's really kind of crazy when you think about it.
Yeah.
All that Nick Halen has done, of course, his claims to Wrestler of the Year, and Shoot Taylor, who I think is really on the come up here.
Yes.
This is going to be quite the match.
Yes, totally. I am definitely pulling for Shoot.
For sure.
Of course. I mean, no reason. Really? No. Shoot Taylor's going to come away with the win. I'm kind of losing respect for Mr. Halen. I'll just say it that way because I don't want to. Are the kids watching? Probably kids watching. So I want to keep it clean for us. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I don't have anything else to say about that. So we're just shoot Taylor.
Well, we'll see how it goes. The thing is, Shoot is an up-and-coming star. You've mentioned that time and time again.
That's right.
He's potentially the next big thing. And then you have Nick Halen, like you said, who's a co-winner of the Georgia Wrestler of the Year, a veteran, been around for
20 years.
20 years, like you said. So it could be any guy's match. But it's kind of cool because you have both ends of the spectrum here.
You do. And I think the pressure really falls on Nick Halen.
Yes.
All the claims that he's been making, of course, for, Wrestler of the Year and wanting to be acknowledged as the sole Wrestler of the Year. If the Wrestler of the Year loses in the first round.
To a new guy.
To a brand new guy, this is, he'll never hear the end of it. That's for sure.
I'll make sure of it.
You know that.
Well, you know what's unfortunate for us, actually, is that we'll probably never hear the end of it either way. If he wins, we'll hear all about it. If he loses, we'll hear all about it, about how it was unfair or something that, whatever.
Unbelievable.
But anyways, let's move on down the card. Before I do that, I just want to mention, by the way, if you're still at home and if you're anywhere nearby, you got 45 minutes until bell time. So you have time to get out here. Tickets are on sale at the door. And yes, there was a flood of fans that came in here, but they are not actually in the arena portion of the building yet because there's a meet and greet going on right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
With the American males.
That's right.
Scotty Riggs, Buff Bagwell, WCW tag team from back in the 90s. They were here doing a meet and greet, so if you get
Wish
here.
I could sing their song.
Oh
That
my
would be
gosh.
so
We
good.
were, Diana and I were here. This was before you got here earlier, GB, and then we were rocking to it. Well, I don't know if rocking's the right word. Diana goes, this
We
is
were
so
swaying.
80s, and I was like, no, this is mid-90s. I was like, you forget how corny the 90s were.
No,
Yeah,
it's
the
like
80s
no
were its own
Particularly
thing.
the early part of the 90s. Like the first 5 years were a little rough.
The
But,
transition.
Oh,
Yeah.
But the American Males theme song kicked up earlier, and we were
Wow.
I was over here bobbing my head just laughing because it's something. But if you remember, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you'll hear tonight. They may make an appearance in the ring. I'm not sure. But they are definitely doing a meet and greet before the show.
Right.
And there's a big line of folks out there meeting up with them and getting their photos right now. So you still have time to get out here. Like I said, about 45 minutes until bell time, till the first match kicks off. But moving on down the card, let's talk about another SHW debut. You know, earlier I mentioned the Northside Heroes. We've got a guy called the Absolute Truth, Alexander Moss, well known in the Carolinas, but making his debut here tonight at Southern Honor Wrestling. And boy, does he have his hands full because he's going to be taking on the star of the show,
Star of the show.
Ashton Starr.
That's right. I don't know much about him. I don't. We spoke to him.
Yes.
In the back.
We did.
Something about the pulpit.
Yes, he's coming from the pulpit. He's got a lot to say.
Yeah, he's got a lot.
He's got a lot to say.
So is he going to talk or is he going to wrestle?
Who knows?
I don't know.
Maybe he does his talking in the ring.
He could.
does.
With actions. I don't know.
It's going to be an interesting night for sure. This is one of the things that I really like. One of the things that Jake the Snake promised was that he was going to be bringing in new talent, the best talent from all over the place. Certainly, you know, Alexander Moss is his last name, right?
Yep.
He is going to be doing some big things. He's already doing big things in North Carolina, trained by LeBron Cozone, who, again, has trained a lot of folks over there at Firestar Pro Wrestling. You know, Alexander's actually been on AEW and a few other places. So he has really got his stuff together. This is going to be a marquee match for him because if he's able to get over an SHW original, a former SHW champion, former SHW tag champion, what an entryway. And again, SHW50, some history is going to be made one way or the other.
Right.
If you're Alexander Moss, you picked the right night to show up at SHW.
Absolutely you did. And, of course, we talked to Ashton backstage earlier, and ever since he's returned, you know, the crowd has taken to him.
Yeah.
He's just kind of this whole new persona. I was asking him about the whole Prince of Petty thing. You know, we talked about this pettiness. He's maybe putting that to the side a little bit. Now he's the star of the show. Ashton Starr. That's right. And the way he looks, the new hair, the new physique. I mean, he's gone a long way in proving that he is the star of the show.
Definitely.
And tonight, but that's the thing, he's still the same old Ashton because you're talking about a former SHW champion, a former SHW tag team champion, one of only 2 men to hold that distinction.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay, and so if he was that good then, and
he's
now
even better.
he's in even the best shape of his life.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I was going to say, we remember that period of time right after he had lost the championship and he was fighting to get it back and how frustrated he was to figure out what's the missing link. Perhaps he's now finally found it. Shedding his petty skin, becoming the star of the show. Now I think we could see the Ashton Starr that could make his way back to the SHW championship. He's got a tough road ahead of him tonight with Alexander Moss.
Yes, refocused and
yeah. Sometimes you got to do that.
It's going to be good. I can't wait. We say it every month. The whole card, it's stacked.
It is.
And from there, we've got a tag team championship matchup. Happy Madness. Somehow, some way, they retained their titles last month, taking on the hierarchy.
We know how.
Talked about that earlier. A lot of chicanery taking place in that matchup, but they still walked out with their hands raised and the belts in their hands, and so they are still your SHW champions, tag team champions, and they've got the unlikely duo of Owen Knight and Najacism that they will be facing. Jake the Snake made that match official last month after Owen and Naja made their tag team debut. And they beat the Washington Bullets. And now they get a shot at the SHW tag team titles. Now, can they be the ones to finally dethrone Happy Madness? Or will Sunny Days and Sour and Hour once again find a way to walk out of here with the belts in their hands?
Yeah, we can only hope, right? I mean, I'm excited about this match.
Yeah.
I love to see Owen. I love to see Naja. And them together, when they're together, it's
That's
magic.
the key. That's the key right there.
That's the key. When they're together, if they can keep whatever is holding them as a team, because they're not a team. To me, they don't have that team quality yet. But if they can just hold it together long enough to defeat Happy Madness and take those titles finally off of them, I mean, no telling what's going to happen in the future for those two guys, right?
Yeah.
But they've got to keep it together, and I don't see it yet. I'm
you know, I'm with you in that regard. You know, sometimes we can get through one thing, and, you know, you can get through on broken pieces, and that's okay. But when it comes time for a title match against a team who is now in day number 245, 245 days, these guys have been champions. It is the second longest reign in the history of this championship. And really, if you cut out what happened with the pandemic and with the first set of champions, you could argue that these are the longest reigning champions. Now, there's going to be an asterisk there. But one thing there's not going to be an asterisk about is if they are able to successfully defend their championships tonight, they will have tied for the most title defenses in any of this tag team history.
Wow.
Which is scary to think of. So you have that on one side. For all the things, whether we like them or not, they have found a way to win. I'm concerned because with a team that has figured out how to win and overcome all of these odds, can a team that's only had one match together find a way to do what no other team has done? That's the question, and I'm not sure of the cohesiveness of this team. On paper, they're amazing. What they managed to pull off last month was amazing. But that's not the tag team champions. So, this is going to be interesting. I hope for their sake that they can pull it together. If they can't, I think we're going to have a lot of fireworks on our hands tonight.
I just hope that we can have just a clean tag team match, but I'm afraid with Happy Madness, it's never going to happen.
And that's the other thing is, how do you counteract? Happy Madness proved last month they'll get disqualified. They'll get counted out. They'll do whatever they need to do to hold on to those belts. I don't know what Owen and Naja have to counteract that yet. So we're going to have to wait and see.
You know, I was kind of hoping we would hear Jake the Snake maybe put a stipulation of maybe a no DQ match or something like that, just to keep them from sneaking their way out.
Here's the thing: the night's not over. Like, he Skyped in last month.
We don't know.
He might be watching, and he might Skype in and say, "Hey."
We know that he loves listening to SHW. This is our wrestling.
He does. Shout out to you, sir.
Hey, Jake.
Mr. Roberts, if you're listening.
Or as they call you, Mr. Snake.
Mr. Snake.
Mr. Snake. Yes.
All right. Well, moving on down the card, we've got a couple of more of these qualifying round matches as the big tournament kicks off here tonight. Another one of those matches is the Kenway. The Kenway coming off of a very impressive match last month with Chip Day, where he took him to a time limit draw, which I think kind of shocked a lot of people.
It did.
But then there were other people that knew of him and has seen his work before that weren't shocked. They were like, you know, this is the guy that we told you about. But you know, for folks like me, I'd never seen him in person before, and I know Chip Day.
Yes.
And I know Chip Day is one of our top wrestlers in the company. And to take him to the limit, a time limit draw, that kind of shocked me. But, man, I was impressed by the Kenway. The Kenway, though, will have his hands full as he takes on Zach Mosley of the Exotic Youth. And one thing we know about the Exotic Youth is that they never travel alone.
Never, ever.
And I feel like that's going to get in the way of the Kenway there. The Kenway, I mean, I'm sure he's aware. I'm sure he's aware that they've.
Got so nauseous.
I know. Sorry about that. Yeah.
You
deep
all right?
breath. Deep breath.
Deep breath. You need some water?
I get it. I mean, every time I bring up Zach Mosley or Pepper Bottom or, God forbid, Bryce Cannon, I'm getting a little nauseous. What do you think, GB?
Well, here's what I think. I think we've got an interesting night on our hands. Zach Mosley is not known for his solo competition, but there's a part of me that feels like he may have gotten this. No, that's all right.
It's the Wolfpack.
If you
Wolfpack theme music.
If you remember, last month, another set of folks who Skyped in were Exotic Youth.
From the daycare.
From the daycare. From the who were upset that they were not on the card. So perhaps this was an olive branch from Jake the Snake, putting them in the tournament. But again, only one of them, Zach Mosley. I don't know how Zach got picked of the three of them. But I do think this is going to be interesting. You're right. Zach doesn't travel alone. He's like Michael Jackson. You are not alone, right? So that's the deal. The interesting thing
I don't know
here
that you would ever consider that you would compare Zach Mosley saying he's like Michael Jackson.
You know.
It's crazy.
Well, then you've got
bad.
that, and then you've got the Kenway, who I just like calling him Kenny from the Block, right?
Okay.
So Kenny from the Block against Michael Jackson's wannabe protege. It's happening for the Jake the Snake title tonight.
Wow.
And here's the thing. The Kenway is that guy.
Okay.
He's that guy. Again, to last 15 minutes on this stage.
Yes.
The way he did last month was amazing against Chip Day.
Yes.
Now the question is, can he stay that focused? Because, again, there were no outside distractions.
True.
Can he stay that focused against Zach Mosley tonight? That's the question. Now, here's the other side, and we know this. All Exotic Youth wants to do is get gold in SHW.
Yes.
Yeah.
One way or the other,
They
this
do.
could be their way.
I think the Kenway is a wonderful addition to the SHW roster.
He is.
If he's here to stay, which I really hope he is, because he brings so much.
He does.
He was well received
Yes.
last month.
Yes.
You talked about an olive branch from Jake, though. I'm thinking more of as an invitation for a butt whooping.
It could be that.
So that's where I'm going there.
It
so.
could be that. You're
As
right.
far as Bryce, don't taste that. Smell it. It was
Yikes.
awful.
Yikes.
Is that Bryce? Every time you bring up Bryce Cannon's name.
It's like a stench.
Yeah.
Overtake.
Yeah.
Well, you had an interesting name for him the last time you announced him. I don't know if he actually caught what you called him, but, I catch these little things that Diana does. Go back on IWTV and check it out.
Well, all right.
Trying to keep
I
it
tell
clean.
you what'll turn you around, Diana. This next matchup,
Okay.
it involves one bad boy. One bad boy that is known as Chip Day around here.
Yeah.
Around these parts. Taking on the other co-winner of the Wrestler of the Year in 2022, that being AC Mack, also former IWTV World Champion.
World.
This could very well still the entire show. AC Mack versus Chip Day in the opening round for the JTS Legacy Championship Tournament. I cannot wait for this one.
Two of my faves.
Yeah.
Two of my absolute favorites. It wasn't always that way with AC. You guys know that. But he just found a way into my heart and love him to death.
It was crazy when you got to the point where he allowed you to do the intro.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's when it
That's
happened.
when you knew.
Yeah.
That's when it happened.
turn.
I was so just honored but
Yeah.
scared to death I was going to mess it up.
Yeah.
But hey, it worked.
Weighing in at a whopping.
Yes. Gonna slap your thigh.
I about fell on these heels, but, I got skills. We good. We good.
Skills
Yes.
on heels.
Skills
yeah.
on heels.
I like it.
Yes.
I like it.
yes.
I like
am
it.
excited about this match. I can't wait to see what bad boy Chip Days bring in to AC, what AC is going to bring to Chip, and just let this collide. Just let it go. Like you said, match of the night, I'm calling it.
All right.
I'm calling it.
I'll tell you this right now. This is a main event match
Yes.
on any independent
Yes.
card in the world.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. And from where I sit, from where I sit, I'm just sitting here thinking, how is this not the finals of this tournament?
Okay. Right.
That's my question. So, I fully expect this to steal the show.
Yeah.
To steal the tournament. And I'll make a bold prediction. It's highly possible that the winner of this could win the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you're exactly right, GB. The fact that these two are meeting in the opening round
Unreal.
is crazy.
Unreal.
But I kind of feel bad that one of them has to lose.
Right.
Only one of them gets to move on.
It's unreal.
But it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a huge matchup. And then that's not even, I haven't even got to the main event.
Oh, boy.
The main event of tonight's show will be for the SHW Championship. Our champ, Gunnar Miller, will be defending his title against the Priest of Punishment, Judas. GB, do you want to kind of take us through this backstory here? Because it's kind of crazy and confusing and complicated, and it's led us to this point here where we get one of the most massive title matches we've ever had in the history of SHW here at SHW50.
I'll do my best to give you the cliff notes and say that
luck.
these two go a long way back. If we go all the way back to Still Here 3, when we saw that title, not even a title match, it was a retirement match between Gunnar Miller and Corey Hollis. Again, it was all centered around this relationship between those three and this idea of Lethal Poison trying to recruit Gunnar Miller. Well, Gunnar Miller thought his problems were over when he retired Corey Hollis.
Yeah.
But at the top of this year, magically delicious, Corey Hollis returns. And with him all of a sudden Judas, it's like he found his long-lost friend again.
Yeah.
And, if you went back and if you didn't, go back and watch SHW49 from start to finish because it's a lot. And at the end of that, Judas did the unthinkable.
Right.
He stabbed Corey Hollis, not in the back, but in the eye. He literally saw it coming. All of this leads to Judas, of all people, getting a shot at the SHW championship simply because the champion wanted Judas in a match so bad that he put his title on the line. Whew. I think this is a massive mistake. And again, now correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the first one-on-one match for the SHW championship that Judas has had?
To my knowledge.
Yes.
The only other time he's had a shot was in a triple threat
right.
that involved, and we all remember that.
It turned into a fatal four-way.
Yeah, that
That's
night was
yeah.
the night that the company completely changed and Dishonor showed up. So.
This is a happy night. Let's not think about
it's
that.
It's a happy night, but will it be a happy night? Because Judas is getting the one thing he's never gotten in this company.
Right.
A shot at the SHW championship.
Yeah.
There's no distraction from Cyrus or any other monsters. He's not trying to prove anything to anybody.
Right.
Now he's got the shot. And we haven't seen or heard from Corey Hollis. So to me, could Gunnar Miller have backed himself in a corner tonight because of his rage? I don't know. But this is going to be something. And again, it's SHW50. Something big's going to happen tonight. I don't know what. But could we have a new champion tonight?
Right. This is a match that we expected to happen maybe later down the road.
Yeah.
We didn't expect it or know that we even wanted it,
right.
actually. I mean, but I'm with you. Gunnar, I don't think he demanded this match on a steady mind. I think he's feeling his motions.
Yeah.
He's mad. He's tired of being attacked from behind by Judas. I feel like he don't really know what to think about Corey, but at the same time, he wants to trust his friend, right? His friend.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's going about this just completely wrong.
No telling.
Wrong way, but I don't know.
No telling. But it's going to be explosive. We're going to have fireworks.
Yes.
On top of an amazing show.
Yes.
And I tell you, it's just going to be insane here tonight at SHW50, our huge milestone event. You still have 30 minutes, actually 28 minutes to be exact. So get out here. Yeah, and we had a lot to cover here.
A lot to cover.
And but yeah, get on out here. You still have time. Bell time is at 8 o'clock sharp.
Yes.
And you're not going to want to miss this, folks. I'm telling you, you still have time to meet. The American males are out front taking photos with everybody.
I'm going to get mine.
Scotty Riggs, Buff Bagwell in the house here tonight at SHW50. Jake the Snake Roberts has another amazing card in store for all of us here tonight. We cannot wait for you to join us.
Let's do it.
But hey, let's do it. Come out and join us. But until we see you, this has been
SHW.
This is our wrestling.
Yeah, it is.
Boom.
Attention wrestling fans. Join us Friday, May 12th for our huge milestone event, SHW50. Live from the Action Building in Canton, Georgia.
The following contest is set for one fall.
What an insanely unpredictable night here.
Doors open at 7 p.m., bell time at 8 p.m. Tickets start at just $15, and as always, kids 10 and under are free. Our new matchmaker, Jake the Snake Roberts, has another great card lined up. SHW's 50th show will be a special night, so invite all your friends and let's pack the Action Building for another great night of Southern Honor Wrestling.